Pikes Peak is an insanely unusual race, and it's almost mystical. It's one of the oldest races in America, it's one of the most ridiculous races in America, it's prestigious around the world, and it's incredibly difficult. It's 12.1 miles long, 155 corners, going through 5,000 feet of elevation increase. You start at about 9,000 feet, you end over 14,000 feet. It's one of the highest roads in America, and it is awesome. It's amazing that they let us do this. It is a mystical kind of race.
This whole week, both teams are staying under one house. We've been working all week, helping each other out.
I think it's an interesting experience that both the rally team and the Scion GReddy Racing team is together, campaigning at Pikes Peak. It's challenging because it's two separate teams, but it's a great experience because everyone's friends and everyone can hang out together and help each other, which is actually a really big thing.
It's actually great that we're sharing a house with another team, and it's another team that we're familiar with. Their team manager, Kenji, is one of our team members as well, so we have a lot in common and we work with them all the time.
今回は初めて2つのチームで1つということでやらせてもらってます。ドライバーが2人で僕ともう1人で、彼は経験が豊富なのでサイオンレーシングチームとして彼のアドバイスを聞きながら、2人で
I'm really glad that we have the GReddy Scion TC and Takeshi here because it gives us more people to bounce off of. I can talk with Takeshi about how the hill's going, and they're all great guys, you know, so we're all involved in the same project. I think if they were not nice guys, it would not be fun. And if they weren't, I think if we were actually competing like nose to nose, if we were in, you know, if we had exactly the same cars and we're competing the same thing, there might be a little bit more tension. And the teams might have the two sides of the garage sectioned off and like, okay, we're going to work on our car, But truly here, we're all involved in the same project and we're hoping that we both do great.
I believe as much as there's two separate efforts, only because there's two separate cars campaigning in Pikes Peak, I have the feeling in the way both teams have been working together, it seems like it's one total effort in a sense, you know. Kenji, Brian, and Takeshi are helping us. We're helping them at the same time. Ben and Phil are helping the GReddy Racing team. So it's a feeling of one team campaigning two cars in a sense.
It's like, you know, that we don't have to develop new lines of communication or new intelligences. We're just dealing with a new problem. We're dealing with tarmac, we're dealing with tire temperatures, we're dealing with altitude, we're dealing with engine temperatures, oil temperatures. But, you know, we just feed that in as new data to our standard communication systems. And I think the great thing is that we have the experience and the sort of rapport of working together already, and now we're just solving a new problem together.
「今回初めてのパイクスピークということで結構危険なコースだから、結構緊張しています。で、初日のコースは崖とかはなかったんですけど、結構スピードの乗るコースで、コースを覚えないと速く走れない。で、2日目の中腹のコースは勾配がきつく、もう崖の脇を走るので、とても危険なので、真剣にやらないと危ないなと思ってやってます。
A lot of the turns at Pikes Peak are known for being really dangerous. In particular, I mean, there are names that anybody who races here, they ring in your head. Engineer's Corner, Rookie's Corner, The Sump, Blue Sky. These corners have great names. And literally, Blue Sky, if you look straight ahead, all you see is sky. And if you go off there, you're not going to hit the ground for a long time.
You know, we went up there yesterday and he went there, you know, went up again after practice today. And it's pretty scary.
An important thing at Pikes Peak is not to be scared. It's psychologically crucial not to let them out and get ahead of you. And I'm lucky in doing so many rallies that when there's exposure, you know, we call a big cliff an exposure or a big dangerous situation, we actually don't put it in our notes because if you think about it, you're going to slow down. So the big thing at Pikes Peak is don't think about the dangers. They're always there, but no matter what race you do, you don't want to crash. So you don't treat going off a cliff any differently than going into a sand trap at a track. If you do, you're going to lose.
Team and myself are proud to be here. I mean, it's a very historic race, as Andrew said, and the development from how our program started to where we are now, being invited to run in Pikes Peak and competing with some of the biggest names you've ever heard of, doing hill climbs and seeing the evolution of this car is amazing.
パイクスピークというのはアメリカでも歴史のあるレースで、世界中のいろんな人が知ってるレースだと思うんですけど、そんなレースに自分が出れるとは思ってなかったんで、今回パイクスピークに出れるのはもう大変光栄に思っています。